Hi everybody, welcome to my baking channel. This week I have a no-bake recipe for you guys to enjoy this summer. And this is a Biscoff cheesecake. And I have right here what I need for the crust, which is what I'll be starting with in this video. So let's get to it. Here I have some Biscoff or lotus biscuits that I think you can find them anywhere in the world. If not, then any sort of spicy biscuit that you have around will work just fine. If not, you can use regular graham crackers or digestive biscuits as usual. So we're gonna make some cookie crumbs out of this, put them in the food processor or just in a Ziploc bag and bang them until you get a nice and fine cookie crumbs like this. To that, we're gonna add some melted butter, which is cooled. And we're just gonna combine, slowly adding the butter and checking the texture. When you see that you can sort of combine it and like gently press it together and it stays together, then you know you're done. You don't need to add any more butter than you absolutely have to. So once you reach that stage, then you're ready to press this onto your baking tin. Here I have a 9-inch tart case, and this is what I have lying around. And another thing is I tend to press my cookie base right up on the walls because I love cheesecake crust. So if you don't want to do that, you could even go for a 10-inch tin or even 12-inch. There would be enough of this crust base. And here I have my flat bottom and flat sides glass. If you happen to have seen my perfect cheesecake crust video, then you will understand why I'm using this. If not, then I will link to that video in the description box. And please make sure to check that out for more tips on how to get the perfect cheesecake crust, which also applies to this video. So the point here is we are not gonna bake this crust. We're just gonna put this in the fridge. Even the freezer will be okay for now, because in the meantime, we'll be making our no-bake cheesecake filling. And starting with my whipping cream, I have a bit of whipping cream here that I'll whip and put aside and then move on to the rest of my ingredients. And this is the star of the show. This is that Biscoff spread, which will give you the ideal flavor for this cheesecake. As you can see, it's kind of like peanut butter in terms of consistency, and it's so good. It's addictive on its own. So don't worry, we're gonna make sure that we have enough of that flavor throughout the whole cheesecake. So it cannot be a cheesecake without some cream cheese. So I have that here. And I'm gonna start by beating this with my hand mixer or a stand-up mixer as well. I prefer to use mixers when it comes to cheesecake to ensure that there are no lumps. And I beat every single ingredient before adding the next one. So I started with the cream cheese and I moved on to adding to that my Biscoff spread. And they have similar consistencies at this point, so they will blend together really nicely. Now to that, I'm gonna add a touch of vanilla. I have some vanilla paste, but you can use vanilla extract as well. And a little bit of sugar just to bring out all of that sweetness. At this point, the filling is not super sweet, so I'm adding that just to make sure it's just right. Now, once you've done that, you can just check that you have a nice and smooth filling. You don't want any visible lumps of, say, cream cheese or Biscoff. So make sure to beat that until it's nice, smooth, and airy. I've switched to a spatula at this point because I'm gonna add my whipped cream. This is what I have. It's not really soft peaks and not really stiff peaks. It's something that will fold in easily. So that's my recommendation to you. Don't go overboard thinking that you have to beat it until it's super stiff. And just fold that in. I'm doing folding motions here, just going around the bowl and bringing it to the center over and over again. Take your time with this. Again, we're just making sure that the filling is nice and evenly blended together. Once you're done with that, then we're ready to assemble this all. Okay, so I put my case on top of a baking tray, which is lined with some silicone so that it doesn't move around too much while I scoop in my filling. Now here you can be as generous as you like. Here I'm just gonna cover the entire tart case without going overboard. So I made a little extra filling just in case. At this point I'm just taking a small offset spatula and try to spread the filling as evenly as I can all around the tart case. And at this point you can pretty much get as creative as you like. You can just finish it off like this with the offset spatula, or you can take a different offset spatula. I mean, it could be the same one. I just took a slightly larger one and I grabbed my turntable and just went around and did a little swirl, little spiral there, and that was it. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna put this in the fridge for about 30 minutes. You can eat it after that. I'm just gonna decorate this even further just for this video, but in reality you can just eat this as it is. So I'm just gonna sprinkle a little bit of the Biscoff cookie, and I made some crumbs. I had some leftover crumbs from the crust and I just sprinkled those around the edge, and I'm done. I'm ready to eat this. It's so soft, it's so airy, it's so good. I hope you think so too. Let me know in the comments if you love this recipe, and please don't forget to subscribe, to share, and to like this video. Thanks for watching.